Alrighty, guys, it's time for this week's budget review, brought to you by Sally's overwhelming need to overspend. Sad, but it's true. So, to begin with, we have the Hemlock and Oak 2025 Weekly as our planner for our budget planner for this year. Again, I'm just trying to shorten these up a bit, guys. I do like page by page flip throughs in the previous videos, but again, I'm just trying to speed these up. So I did get to start digging into the self-reflection part. I really enjoy this part because you kind of get that sense of the why behind why you're doing things, and never underestimate the power of the why, guys. You can know how to do something, but the why is really what motivates you to keep going. The goals, again, we're focusing on getting those store cards down to a $0 balance. It just, in some days it feels tougher. Like, I'm in one of those moments now of where it just feels tougher than what it should be, but technically it's not. It's really, like, we're just gonna do a rough estimate. It's about 500 more to go, so it's not that terrible. Again, the main reason behind why I have this goal is because having any balances on these store card accounts takes away the funds that could be used to pay down my actual debts. So yeah, they have high interest. I mean, there is high interest on these things, so best to get them paid off and out of the way. Again, I'm doing the $5 a day savings goal. This just seems to be the simplest method that I have for putting funds back, and it builds me a nice emergency fund at the end of the year. I've been doing this for about 5 years now, and each of the 5 years, I've been successful in accumulating the 1800 at the end of the year. So it's just a nice little quick way of building that emergency fund. If you're just starting out, it doesn't have to be $5 a day. You could start with $1 a day, but I mean, I just like the $5 just because it was the closest to what I was paying at the drive-through. So the reason behind it was, if I could give $5 at a drive-through every day and not think anything about it, then why can't I do $5 a day to my own savings account? And somehow that logic stuck. So that is the habit that I'm continuing with for this year. The daily framework page, again, this page it's the way that I understood that I was doing my budgeting and paying my bills at the wrong time of the day, which I didn't really think would matter, but apparently it does. So normally I would focus on all the finances after work, when we can see that the energy was drained and lower. I've started doing the budgeting early in the morning, and it just seems to go better. I have a clearer mind, I'm less stressed. And the other thing that I enjoy from this page is learning that the majority of my self-care activities are free. So it really does promote self-care, which is nice. Okay, so we go into this 2 years at a glance. Again, these are my projected payoff dates, and we can see that I'm still going on the PSECU account, which is projected to be paid off July 27th, which I'm hoping that we could get there, guys. It's just, April apparently was a brutal month, not externally this time. This one was more self-defeating. But I mean, it happens. It happens, and you just gotta learn to roll with it. So at the year glance, I call this my dashboard. we can see that April was actually a pretty calm month. Granted, there's still 3 more days in it and anything can happen. But seeing what was going on January, February, March, April has been pretty calm. So, yeah, other than the overspending that occurred, this should have been a very productive month. And yeah, no, I'm trying not to beat myself up for it. But, so, some weeks it does get tough, guys. It does. So yeah, no, we got the quarterly pages, and again, the method behind this page here is I started with the focus account. I wrote down the balance. I would mark if I made any additional payments or any payments in general, and then I would just estimate what the balance should be. These numbers down here, these are what I track for the first of each month so that I can keep track of all of the balances as we proceed through the year. The reasoning as to why I changed this up is because normally I would just go with these numbers here. These are what I would get January 1st, and then I would just do what I do, and at the end of the year I would come back. And the one thing that I started noticing is, again, some of these accounts have interest, some of them are 0%, and after doing this for so many years, I'm starting to understand the importance of interest. Which, I mean, should be a no-brainer. It should be. But at the same time, we, tend to trick ourselves and just say, oh, it'll be okay. I'm making extra payments. And, no. Because, interest does make, it adds up, guys. It does. It's very sneaky. The main one for this year would have been Discover. So let's go back to that page again real quick here. So we can see we started the year, let's say Discover was at 3,900, and all of a sudden, February 1st, Discover was 4,100. I am not using it, I am not spending on it, and it's like, hey, that went up. It was the interest. So I quickly balance transferred it to a 0% account, which is Ally, and now we can see when I am making the payments, it is actually going down, which is what we want, because, at the end of the year, we want this to go away. Okay, and again, I've did my own detritus this year, so each block is worth $10, and every time that I make a payment on any one of these accounts, it gets marked on here. So, I mean, we can definitely see, this is where we are for the month of May. Or not May, I'm sorry, I just got done doing May. This is as far as we've made it for the month of April. Not so hot with April. We can see, there was a lot more going on in January. February and March are about the same, but, yeah, April was a very puny month. It could have definitely been better. I've looked in all of my accounts just to see if there is any possible way of sneaking any more on there. Again, there is 3 days, so I never know. But I feel like this is how we're ending April. And it comes out to the store cards and, again, the extra spending. So April, like I said, was a very tough month. Again, I apologize. It's just, I am not somebody who speaks a lot. So, I'm quiet as a mouse normally. So, moving back into this quarterly page here. So, again, the main goal here is I want PSCCU paid off for Q2. Now, wanting and doing two separate things, it's easy for me to say, yes, I'm going to have PSCCU paid off, for Q2. It's another thing for it to actually happen. And in order for it to happen, I do have to make the payments. And we can see, guys, I was doing really good. Got that first payment in for, on the 6th. and I was really planning on doing additional. I don't know if you can see them because they are penciled in, but there's a 50, and 100, and then another 50, and it just didn't happen again because of the overspending. And I mean, yeah, I could have put the money on the PSECU and said, okay, I made the extra payments, but then at the same time, since I charged more than I could cover, remember that one golden rule? um, I just would have ended up with more credit card debt on another account. So that is the one thing that I'm teaching myself this year is because, the previous years, yeah, I would have put all the funds onto these and been like, woo, I paid this account off while racking up debt secretly in the back. So, my main focus this year is if I do charge it and I can't cover it, that gets paid off before any of these, hence the store cards. And so that's the whole reason, because yeah, I could have put 360 on PSECU very easily this month, but I would have racked up $360 on another card that probably has, let's just say, 28 to 30% interest. So yeah, PSECU has 3% interest. I'm getting those other things out of the way, and then we will work on this. And again, it does have, the June 30th deadline, so we still have May. We still have a chance, guys. I made it a little bit tougher, but, gotta do what you gotta do. And again, this is the seasonal chart. Again, I just try to keep track of things on here that are seasonal only. The best and favorite example that I give every time when I show this is the snow removal. I needed liquid salt for the driveway in January. Come July, I'm not thinking of liquid salt, I'm thinking of sea salt. So this page is generally going to give me a way of planning ahead when I set up my budget planner for next year. So, with that, I am going to take a quick break, guys. I'm going to return here shortly just to give my voice a well-needed break. Alrighty. Okay, I definitely needed that. Okay, so we're not gonna do any of the January stuff. Again, these are all in previous videos. Same with February and of course March. So moving right along into April, so far we're doing really good with this boundaries here. I've wanted to buy plants, guys. There's been a lot of plants I've been seeing, and I'm like, oh, I want to buy that. And it's like, nope, 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 nope. So, yeah, actually listing what I'm not allowed to buy in the boundary section is working. I am still working on my painting. Again, I got 3 days. I want to get this thing finished so that I can move on to, springtime painting. It's taken a lot longer to finish this one, and I don't know why. I have been continuing tanning, and I've been off of tanning for a week now, so that means I got more tans to use in May, so I shouldn't have to purchase those. And of course, I'm reading my book. The intentions I had for April were to start paying off PSECU. Can I pay $360 for this month? Technically, yes, I could have. I could have, guys, but that $360 went to this. So it was there, and I ruined it. I'm so mad at myself right now. Yeah, and again, keep working on those store cards. I was gonna go with Walmart first, again, because I still have those stupid purchases from Walmart on there. Yeah, it just April was not a good month for me, guys. It just wasn't. I still have to fill that in. Yeah. I'll get to that when we get to the week. But yeah, I was trying to give myself a positive message. You know, spring is all about renewal, fresh starts. Let's get that overspending under control, start paying down those debts. Let your savings be your umbrella for a rainy day, which I mean technically they are. I still haven't um jumped into the savings. It is very tempting. I could just pull my savings and pay all of this off, but I'm one of those people that like to punish myself, and to me, if I did that, I wouldn't learn. So I as much as I don't like the feeling that I have right now, I need it. I need to soak in it and I need to simmer in it to know what I just did. Like the possibility was there, but I did this. So, um, yeah, I keep a list of all the stuff, technically what I'm supposed to be doing with this, which was going well in January. I know I said we're not going to do January, but yeah, I was starting off a list of items as, you know, like whenever they come and cross your mind and you're just like, do I really need that? Is that something I'm just thinking about that I need? And most of the time, yeah, you do tend to need it. Like I needed the collagen, I needed the liquid salt, our dryer died. Um, did I need the V-Day decor? No. So some of them are hit or miss. February. So, like, I needed the cat litter. We could see the photo paper remained. I did have to get one of the professional flossers. So, it's just a quick way of me writing down the stuff that I think I need. And then, of course, if I end up purchasing it, it gets checked off. Technically, this is one of those lists that you don't want to check off. And apparently this month I wanted to check them all. So we could see I finally got the HP photo paper, but that was back from January. I would have purchased it in January. I would have purchased it in February because I have a fear of running out. And we can see it lasted like 4 months. The tanning lotion, I still haven't purchased that, so that's nice. Um, Planner items. The, this one is a yes and a no. Technically, did I need it? No, because I could have just printed one off like I normally do. But at the same time, I'm starting my shop. I want a place to organize my items, and I just wanted to get something nice for myself. Um, so it kind of has like that weird ratio to it. Did I really need to purchase it? No, I could have just printed one off and it would have been $0. But again, like at the same time, I do still really like it, guys. It is not a purchase that I regret. The website and blog, yes, that was another one because I do want to start building my business. I want to, you know, improve it, make the shopping experience better for the customers. And I just feel like I can't do what I want to do by keeping the shop on Etsy. And again, if you haven't, check out my new site. I do have it listed in the description down below. I, it's just, I don't know, guys. It's just better. I like the look of it. I like that I could add as much as I want. I like that I can advertise and keep separate, like the new items from the previous items. I love the reward system. It's something that I've been trying to figure out how to do on Etsy, and you really can't. Because, you know, you have to give out a coupon code, and the coupon code's like basically available to everyone. So I love the reward system that I can provide on this. The file organizer. Did I really need the file organizer? Kind of, yes, because I am starting to generate products like no tomorrow now. So it really does keep me organized and it helps getting the orders out in a timely fashion. Collagen, yes. The oil and the oil plug, yes. Mild liners, I kind of went overboard. Did I need to replace like one or two, maybe three of the markers because they were drying out? To me, yes. I ended up getting, oh God, guys, I'm looking at them right now. There's probably like 50 new mild liners in front of me when I only needed three, so I went overboard in the planner stickers. But then again, like it just feels weird because I am making my own now, but at the same time, I do get enjoyment out of using, stickers that I don't make. I just like to mix it up a bit, which we're gonna see in the layout that I made for next week. So technically, I should have saved. How about it that way? With the planner items, which I did think that I had enough in my planner funds, but I didn't. Should have looked at that first. But yeah, the planner items, planner stickers, mild liners, basically anything crafting, I should have had money put back for these items before I made those purchases, which I normally do. But apparently, in the month of April, they got me. So they had really good sales tactics. Um, Okay, so I also keep these like trackers for the purchases that I make. These could be like for the transmission. So I'll track, well, I guess I log what it is. So this is the transmission. It's from Advanced Auto and it's on my perks card so that, I can remember where it's at when I go to make a payment. And again, each of these blocks is $10, so we could see that got paid off. DSB pills, which are vitamins for my thyroid, and they do really make a difference. I didn't think that they would, but they do. So I really can't live without them anymore. So I put them on Chase, which was 0%, and as each month, rolls over, I just make the $40 payment. The car insurance, same thing. This one I did save. Well, these ones you save too. But 0%. So to me, as long as I make the payment that I'm supposed to each month and have them paid off, then, no interest has occurred. So that's good. The hair dryer and the storage on Walmart, unnecessary purchases. These I really didn't need. I don't know why I keep doing this. But we can see I still gotta pay the $59, which that will be paid off by the end of April because I'm tired of looking at it. And again, anytime that I do make the purchases, they are listed down here so we could see I've made a purchase from Passion Planner, Wix, Amazon, Zebra Pens, GNC, of course, to sell like crazy, and the Jet Pens. I had to, guys. I know it's stupid. I know, I'm not gonna learn nothing from it, but I mean, it was $2. So it's not like I spent like the 400 that he instantly baited you with. I do have to put down that they were delivered. I don't know why I didn't mark that yet. But yeah, so like I said, April was an odd month for me. So the monthly view here again, this just gives me that quick visualization of like when are the bills due, how much am I spending towards the bills, did I pay the bills, where are the paydays at amongst all these bills. And I think the reason why I really enjoy the monthly view is just because we can see there's a lot going on. I'm gonna say the majority of people probably don't have this much going on, but then again, I could be wrong. Maybe I just think it's me. But I don't know. Seeing that the majority of everyone I see on these budget videos use one of these, I'm gonna say the normal person does not have this rolling over from month to month. I could never use one of these. One, there's not enough space, and two, it just doesn't work for me. I think it's because I kind of do the paycheck by paycheck thing. So basically, like I got paid on the 4th, knowing that I have to cover everything from the 4th through the 17th with that pay. Now, of course, there's always some funds left over from these, But again, there was a time where there wasn't funds left over, which is scary. So that just means you need to make more. You really need to move the dates here. So that's like whenever you would call your creditors and just be like, look, I need city DC moved to the 26th maybe, because you need to be able to use that paycheck to cover it. The other one was increasing the income, which I've done with the Etsy shop, and I'm trying my best, guys, to increase that with the Wix shop. I call it the Wix shop, but you probably don't know it's the Wix shop, but that is who it's through. And yeah, so I list out that, remember that $5 a day goal. So again, 30 days in April, I split it into 2 easy installments of 75. And of course, I keep track of the store balances in the sidebar, and then I just color code everything else. Okay, so yeah, these are the weekly flip throughs, and I have this marked because I was going by if I paid the charges, so we could see Passion Planner still on there. They got me, but it was nice. And of course the Wix site, guys. But like I said, I want to build something bigger. I don't know. I'm always somebody who gears towards the customer experience. And if I'm going to be making things, I want people to smile. I want them to have a good time while shopping. And I do keep like little blogs and stuff on there. So, I mean, anything that tries to help is what I got going on there. And this is the week that we are on right now, guys. So we can see that the focus for the week was to finish out strong, to pay any remaining bills, which I did. Okay, technically, if I'm reading that sentence right now, I did pay all remaining April bills. Those are handled because the monthly shows it. Everybody is checked, everybody is paid, so we're not getting any late or missed payments there. So yeah, no, for some reason I thought that said something else. So I'm feeling, see, it just instantly boosted my mood right there, guys. I did what I intended to do for the week. The other thing that I do is I keep track of the general mood of the day. We can see Thursday was not my day. It's just work is just getting tough. It's getting tougher and tougher every day, but we got to keep going on because we need the funds coming in. I do separate the spending from the bills just because it's going to give me a nice view of if I see like a spend list this long. It's like, whoa, first off, that is definitely overspending, and two, what caused that? What occurred in the days before it, so that, we can kind of chop it. Really, the whole focus for me this year is to stop the overspending. Okay, so I also include like little journaling areas too, just to give me that general sense of like what's going on in the week, what's my mind like, because again, I am an emotional spender, and I've found that these are actually very important to understand why I do the stupid things that I do. So yeah, of course, we were enjoying spring break. The shop funds, I did use my shop funds to cover some of the shop purchases, just because, they're business expenses, so I'm going to use my business funds to cover those. To me, they shouldn't be coming out of my pocket. They need to be coming out of the business's pocket. But I am very grateful to have those to do that, because, when you're just starting out, you don't have that. It's all out of your pocket. What else did we have? Of course, hooray, TGIF, which I definitely definitely needed Friday. I had a no spend day. Actually, today's a no spend day as well, but I just didn't want to write it down twice. So yeah, basically, I've been staying home and just focusing on the shop. I am loving my new shop, guys. The more and more that I add to it, it just feels to me that it's just getting better. Um, I am developing more and more products. Basically, I'm keeping myself preoccupied so that I stop spending. And again, I had to figure out something to put in this column, but I'm planning ahead. So I did set up the May goals and monthly. I calculated my Wix payments. I'm just going to do the first Monday of every month now. And to check the balances on all the store cards, I got that done. And I am going to set up a no spend challenge for next week. Again, just to kind of refocus that mindset into not overspending. I don't know how many times I gotta repeat it. And I do relist all the bills. Again, it's just a double check. It's just to make sure that, nobody got skipped over, no one got overlooked, because, we got a lot to track. And, of course, I do keep track of all the me times, because, it just puts a smile on my face, and it's something that I could write down that doesn't cost me anything. So, it's nice. I did get to, spend some quality time with myself and of course Mr. Bird. And it's funny because last year, if you would have asked me like how did I do me time, and I could barely find time in a day, just even 10 minutes. And now I'm looking at this and I know like that's 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes, that's 30 minutes. So that's an hour and a half right there. Painting was actually 2 hours. That was a 3 hour long nap with Bert. 2 hours on Procreate. So I'm definitely focusing more on me time this year, which is nice. April review, we still have 3 more days, so I'm not touching this. I do not want to jinx myself. And we can definitely see April was the spendy month. There's a lot not checked, guys. Not good. But it's okay, because we're moving into May, right? Fresh starts. Of course, I'm going to be starting May with that. The main boundary is I need to be content with what I have. If for some reason I am not, the new focus is not to be on what I can buy, but I need to shift it to what can I make. How is there anything that I can make or create to solve the problem that I believe buying will solve? So, I'm gonna check with this. I'm gonna keep this in mind for the month of May and see how it goes and if it helps curb the overspending. The 3 ways that I'm carving out self-care is, of course, the journal and coffee, which has become my new AM routine. I've been doing this for 2 weeks now, and it's very calming, and it does actually set me up really good for the rest of the day. Of course, with the nicer weather, I'm going to be spending more time outside, and I want more time in the craft room. Who doesn't? And, the intentions are that I quickly noticed that there's 3 paydays this month for me. So I'm going to, which I know I said it last month, but this month I'm really disappointed with how April went. So I am making 3 payments to PSECU, which will be $100 each. That is $300 going onto that stupid account this month. I want that thing done. I want it paid off. I know I said the Walmart card, but the more that I looked at it, because I did the balances here, Amazon is only $270 right now. And again, I'm seeing the 27 in it. There's 3 pays. So why not do $90 out of each pay? If I just do $90 out of each pay, It's paid off. Amazon is done in a month. And then I can quit talking about it. And of course, the only charge what you can cover. I'm gonna keep this as my habit until I actually do it every day of the month. And it's the only way I can really build the habit, guys. I cannot move on to a new habit if I can't do this for 30 days. So it's gonna stay there. Again, the do you really need these? Again, this is a quick reminder explaining, like, look, the overspending got a little wild last month. It was $200 plus, which is just it's ridiculous. So I gotta keep that amount low for May. Basically a zero. I'm shooting for a zero. It's kind of unrealistic, but you know, that's what I'm telling myself there. I any of the trackers that I had from the previous month, they get rewritten in. So again, we have the pills on Chase, the car insurance on Chase, the Wix, and the Amazon store card, which is new. I'm trying to see if I show myself a tracker, if it will make me more inclined to make that payment, if it's staring at me, you know, every time I open up the planner. And of course, the little purchase tracker that we have down here. Got to try to keep this thing as blank as possible. Again, we got the monthly, so this is what it looks like whenever it's all nice and neat and new. Just a whole nother month of bills to pay, right? Yay. And this is the layout that I'm going into next week with. Just doing that nice mauve periwinkle colors. Of course, I'm bringing in the teal as always. It just, I don't know, I love teal. I just stick with it. And yes, Hemlock and Oak makes these wonderful little stickies, so I just stick those on to the following week so that I have my little checklist for my emotions. So that's it, guys. This was definitely longer than what I was expecting, but it is what it is. So again, I am going to close out by saying thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to see more budget reviews.